Today I'll solve Namgyal Secondary School Intelligence Paper 2025. So I'll begin with question number 7. The last question. So here the last question is question number 6. So let's read the question first. You are asked to develop a single program to determine whether a student have passed or failed in ICT when the mark is greater than 40. So the student will pass only if the mark is greater than 40. So for that we are asked to write a program for the above. So here first thing is we need to have a variable. So for that let's take a variable called let's say not IT as such, but let's say decimal letter ICT underscore M, meaning IT marks. So here we will tell the user to input any floating or decimal number, decimal input. So we will tell the user to enter the IT mark. So we will tell enter ICT mark. So yes, ICT marks. So we will close the two parentheses. Then after that we have to go and check if the mark is greater than 40. So here we'll say if ICT M marks, meaning the ICT marks which the user will enter it here. So if that one is greater than 40, so if that is greater than or equal to 40 colon, don't forget colon, so we'll have to print or we'll have to display. So to display we use the print function here. So we'll have to tell you have passed, you have passed in ICT, something like that. Then else, if not we'll have to display using the print function, you have failed in ICT. So that's how the program is going to look like. Now let's go to the next question. Next question is write the algorithm for the above program. So we'll have to write the algorithm. So all the time when we talk about algorithm is a step-by-step procedure to solve any problem. So the problem here is to check whether the student has passed or not by obtaining marks above 40. So the first step here is always the algorithm is to start our code. Then now according to our problem here we have to get the input from the user. We'll have to tell the user to input, or we'll say input the ICT marks. Input the ICT marks. Then step number 3. In the step number 3 we check whether the mark is greater than 40 or not. Check if mark is, let's say mark is greater than or equal to 40. So step number 4 is if is display pass. If is display pass. Step number 5. Else if not, we display fail. So after that we stop our program, stop our algorithm. So with that we are done with writing of algorithm. The next one, the last one, is draw a flowchart for a program. So we will have to draw a flowchart. Flowchart is a diagrammatic representation of algorithm. So our algorithm is here, so we'll have to just convert that into diagrams or in pictures. So flowchart also begins with a start. So here our start will be in the oval shape, or the more accurate oval shape that we draw is always in the class. Start. So our first step has been converted into oval shape. Now second one is input. We use rhombus or we use parallelogram for that. So for that we will have to use parallelogram, but we have to make sure our entering of ICT marks wording are all fitting in this parallelogram. So we'll tell user to enter ICT mark. Okay, the taking of input is also done. Step number 2 done. Let's go to step number 3. In step number 3 is a decision making. We have to see if the mark is greater than or equal to 40. So for decision making we use rhombus. We use diamond. So here we will have to check is mark greater or equals to 40. Let's say diamond. So if yes, let's say this is the yes. If yes, we have to display plus. So since display is output is also mentioned in parallelogram. So here we are going to say display pass. So if it is pass, then we stop the program here with the oval shape. See, stop the program. We're done with the problem, solving the problem. But if not, more than 40, the no part. In no part, the output that we need to display is display fail. So after that, again our program stops. So that is question number 6 of Jigme.